Hello, my name is Tracy Brachtenbach. I'm going to discuss solving addition problems with decimals using base 10 blocks. The first thing that we're going to look at is the value of these blocks. This right here is a flat, which is equal to 1 whole. This little guy here is a long, which is equal to 1/10. And this is equal to 1/100th. So I've already kind of set up my problem here, but just looking at it on paper, we're going to be solving 2 1200ths plus 1 4800ths. So like I said, I do have my problem already laid out here. As you notice, you line them up as you would the problem here. I have my wholes on the left, my tenths here in the middle, and then my hundredths here on the right. And so what you're going to do is just add them up. Over here, if I start counting, I have 2 tenths, or hundredths, excuse me, 2 hundredths, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hundredths, which would equal 10 hundredths. Now you can't have 10, so we're going to go ahead and regroup. We're going to trade in 10 of these for 1 long. So I'm going to take these away, add my long. I'm going to add my longs up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 tenths plus 1, 2, 3 wholes. So the final answer would be 3.6, or 3 60 hundredths. And that's our final answer. Okay, now that we've done addition, we're going to take a look at subtraction with decimals using base 10 blocks. The first thing I want to do is get myself a problem, which I've written down here. The problem we're going to be doing is 2.31 minus 1.13. So once again, I've laid it all out here by place value. So I have my wholes, my tens, and my hundredths column here all laid out. So we're just going to start matching them up and subtracting them from right to left. So in my hundredth column here, I have 1, and I'm going to match it up here, take it away. Now the problem I have here now is I have 2 hundredths left, but no hundredths to subtract it from. So I'm going to regroup by taking a long and turning it into 10 hundredths. And once again, I'm just going to go ahead and match them up and subtract them from the equation here, which is going to leave me with 8 hundredths left. Same thing with the 10th column. I'm going to match them up and subtract them. And for my whole column here. So what I'm left with is 1, 1/10, and 8 hundredths. So, or 1 1800ths. Okay, next we're going to look at multiplication with decimals using base 10 blocks. The problem that we're going to do is 1.2 multiplied by 2.3. So the first thing you're going to do is go ahead and start by modeling the smallest number, which is 1.2. So I have my whole here plus my 2 tenths. So this is 1.2. And then from there you're going to build down to get your second number, 2.3. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2.3. Lastly, what you're going to do is you're going to fill it in so that it makes a complete rectangle. So as I fill these in, it's actually going to give me the answer, which would look like this. This is now a complete rectangle. And if I add it up, I'll have my answer. So 1, 2 wholes. So 2.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would be 2.76, or 2 76 hundredths. Okay, and lastly we're going to look at division with decimals using base 10 blocks. The problem I chose was 3.2 divided by 0.8. To start this out, what you're going to do is take the number you're dividing, which is 3.2. So this is 1, 2, 3 wholes and 2/10. The flats represent a whole, the longs represent a tenth. And really what you're doing when you're dividing is making groups. So I'm going to make groups of 8/10 out of the whole. So to do that, I'm going to have to trade in my flats for longs, which I've already made out here. So this is my 3.2, and I'm going to make them into groups of 0.8. And when you're done, you'll have 4 groups of 8/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and your side length will be 0.8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's it.